What's up guys, Armada here, and in today's video we're gonna talk a little bit about my experience at Summit, everything leading up to Summit, and so on. So yeah, to get started, I traveled to the US and I stayed there for roughly a week and a half prior to Summit. I got to practice with like a lot of good players, Void, Eon, I'm Hip, Rich Brown, and so on. This was even before 0.5 started. So yeah, I went early trying to get as much experience as I could, fighting good players, learning the game more, and so on. And overall it was, good practice, good experience leading up to 0.5, leading up to Summit. And overall, I feel like I improved a lot, gaining more matchup experience, so pretty happy with that. Then at 0.5 I got to play against a lot of the players going to Summit as well, and could see even more improvement in matchup experience getting there, so very happy with that as well. And then at Summit, I know like going into Summit, a lot of people had pretty low expectations on how I would perform. I was seeded, if I recall correctly, second lowest. So I was seeded last in my pool, but second lowest overall. So I was expected to go 0-4. It was also like a lot of good players there, so two people maybe not had to, but most likely would go 0-4. I remember I had to play Void in my first round at Summit, and I did get to play against him in some friendlies prior to 0.5. Did relatively well, but was still clearly outmatched.
Okay, get center stage, double back here.
Double jump, that's big.
Okay, this is anyone's game.
Oh, man. You see that? That was closer.
Void
And in our tournament set, I felt like the more we played, the more I like adapted and caught on. But and then Void was a bit too hard. Luckily, Cosmos was fighting him after, so I'll go back and watch these matches, see what I can learn, and so on. Then after that, I played against Leffen. I was pretty close set, a little bit similar to my set against Void, where I start off pretty weak, I lose, then I start to adapt, and I take 2 games. I was down 2-0, then brought it back to 2-2, but couldn't, quite close it out. But overall, it's still like adaptations being made, perform better, so always something, right? And then in my final set of my pool, I played against CD. CD, Strong Fox, beat Tweak the weekend prior to Summit. So, and he has other good wins as well. Beat Zachary at Frostbite. So I was clearly the underdog going into that set, but I managed to win 3-1, so I was pretty happy with that. Obviously, like some stuff translates over, like Fox very common in melee, and even though Fox is very different in Ultimate, it's still some stuff that translates over, especially like edge guards and stuff like that. So that was a very good win for me, and I was very happy with that. Then in the bracket, I had to play against Zero, and Zero by far the GOAT of Smash 4, and a player I really respect. So I was a little bit sad that we had to play like that early. I was kind of hoping that we're both gonna go on a running losers, so it's pretty unfortunate, especially because Zero brought MK Leo to game 5, and Leo, as we all know, won the tournament in the end, right? So it still shows that Zero is a strong player despite not taking the game very seriously currently. Even though it seems like he might in the future, I personally hope so, but we'll see. But so yeah, playing against Zero, I was like win or lose, I just really wanted to play my best and like have a good set between like 2 great players playing mainly 2 different games.
Okay. Oh, for up tilt. Could not find it.
Oh, I doesn't have that much ink.
Oh my god.
Oh my god,
rolling everywhere.
Okay, back throw, off stage.
Black bomb.
What an air dodge.
That was actually so close.
Oh, is that? Oh, he goes way out there. And whoa.
Man.
Armada with the 3-1 over Zero.
What a Saturoni.
I think a lot of the fans enjoyed to watch that set as well. So it's very cool, pretty happy, and a little bit proud of that win as well for sure. Then my next round I had to play against Cosmos, and I'm pretty sure I said that in post-match interview that I feel like a lot of my weaknesses as a player currently in Ultimate was kind of like shown in that match. I'm pretty bad at ledge trapping, Cosmos being much better at it, so that clearly showed a difference. And then also like closing out stocks is a little bit of a weakness for me as well. And the Inkling Ditto is if you can't close out stocks easily, matches can easily snowball.
Hold on, man. Armada fighting back right now.
Oh, he's definitely fighting back.
Oh, he just didn't do anything.
There's
He
no-
had like a read too. He just.
Okay. All right. No ink on Cosmos either, man. So a lot of his resources gone. He can't roll it right now either. Oh, there you go. Get some
a little bit.
That's it.
Kicks.
Yep. The
Oh,
Nike's right
man.
That's the Doc Martins right here.
Oh, absolutely.
Doc Martens, man.
Which I also feel like was clearly shown as well. But I think it's actually pretty good at got to playing as Cosmos, because now like I know about these weaknesses, but now they're like even more pinpointed in actual tournament matches. So I'll go back and watch these matches as well for sure. So overall, I feel like I had a pretty good tournament. I outperformed my seed by quite a lot. Got 2 good wins. Still took a game of Cosmos as well, even though I lost the set. So overall good. And then also like a lot of the friendlies, I did play against various top players. Sakura, Gluttony, Samsora. Like a lot of these players, I feel like I did much better this time around than the last time I played them. I know friendlies and tournaments are different, so I'm not trying to like put too much weight onto it, but it was still like, for me, feeling like a very clear difference. Like I know when I played Samsora Genesis in friendlies, for example, I got absolutely destroyed. I was like, this is really hard. But this time around, like I felt like I could very clearly, you know, keep it competitively, and I feel like that with practically every player at Summit. Only exception being the Buzz's Olimar. So probably partly a matchup thing as well, where I don't know the matchup enough. I did get to practice some against Rich Brown and IMHIP, as I mentioned earlier, but it was not quite enough. But you can't really expect to learn a matchup in like 6-hour game time or whatever, so I don't feel too bad about it. Like, it's actually one of the most positive things taking with me from Summit, that playing against all these fantastic players, it didn't feel out of reach by any means. Like, it feels like it's actually like much closer than maybe it should be. So that's encouraging for sure. I know a lot of people are excited, like, oh, what's my decision? Will I keep playing Ultimate or not? And not to like try to drag out on this or anything, but I haven't made a decision yet. I said around Summit was more like, it was an estimated time period, like play 3 months-ish, then try to make up my mind. But I also don't want to like make a rush decision. So for now, I'm still, you know, gonna have this test period or whatever, and then make up my mind. So we'll see. It's like pros and cons with it all. Like, in one way, it would be like fun, and also in a sense much easier to just keep doing, you know, stuff I'm good at. But yeah, we'll see. I'll enter at least some more tournament before I make up my mind. Whether that's in Europe or the US or both, I'm not sure of. I'm honestly not entirely sure like about all the tournaments coming up in the relative near future, but I'll keep you guys updated. And then also, what else? Oh yeah, Summit as a whole, like, it was a new place. You know, it was actually kind of weird getting there at first. Like, we've been to so many summits in the past for the Melee summits and the house, so it was kind of weird getting to this new place, but I liked it. It was much bigger and overall better. And I think once the nostalgia or whatever, you know, dies down for people, then it's just gonna be seen as like a much better place overall. So yeah, Summit once again, fantastic event, and I'm very happy for all the people that, you know, got to go there, got to watch the tournament. As I've said many times before, I think Summit is one of the absolutely best things the Smash community have going on for us. So I'm very excited to see, you know, more Summit events for both Melee and Ultimate, of course. But yeah, fantastic experience, and we'll see if I try to get in next time. No promises. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're still getting very close to the 100k subscribers, trying to get there before my birthday, which is in exactly 2 weeks actually. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.